would you like to overcome your deepest fear and realize your greatest dream? Tim Ferriss, the best-selling author and productivity guru, has said that what we fear doing most is what we most need to do. Uncertainty and the prospect of failure is what keeps us from taking action. If you're nervous about taking that plunge and making that big life change, I'm going to share with you 5 important questions based on the Socratic Method that can help you realize whether this is the time to go for it. So the first question you want to consider is, what's the absolute worst case scenario if you went ahead and took the plunge? What's the worst case scenario? You really need to work it out in your mind. I don't mean about daydreaming and just fear thoughts during the day. I mean getting down, pen and paper, or on your computer, and really write down, what is the worst case scenario? What's the worst thing that can happen? More often than not, you'll realize that your fears are just false expectations appearing real. That's the acronym for fear, very well known. False expectations appearing real. So check out the worst case scenario. Second, I want you to sit down and strategize. What are the steps you can take to mitigate the negative consequences of this worst case scenario? Really sit down and think. What are the things you can do to prepare better, to manage the crisis that might ensue? Question number 3, what are the benefits of actually going ahead and realizing your dream, taking that step? What are the benefits, the internal benefits and the external benefits? Because there's always the internal and the external benefits. It's not only the material changes, things you're going to see in the material world, things that will improve in your life, but you're also going to become a different person when you do go ahead and take that step to realizing your dream. Question number 4. Think, what is it costing you financially, emotionally, and physically? What is it costing you that you're not actually going ahead and taking action towards your dream? Question number 5. What are you waiting for? Are you waiting to win the lottery? Are you waiting for Prince Charming? Are you waiting for some external force? You gotta just take action. Stop waiting around. There's no time like the present. Take that first step, and I guarantee you, your results will be phenomenal. And some of you may be wondering, do I really have time to sit and answer these 5 critical questions, Augustus? I'm a busy person. Well, I want to remind you of a famous quote by Einstein, one of the smartest people on earth, who said, if I had an hour to solve a problem that had to do with saving my life, I would spend 55 minutes on asking the right question. 55 minutes he would sit to formulate the right question. Well, I've saved you time. I've given you the 5 critical questions. Now it's up to you to go ahead and answer them seriously. Hi! Happy bikers going through. Thank you once again for tuning in. And as always, I love reading your comments. See you next week for another episode of